Okay, that's it. Shigure, I cast you out! For like the 4th time! How many times has this man broken my heart? He's broken my heart more than anybody I've ever dated, and he's not even real! But anyway, hello everybody. Jeez, I started this strong. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one of our weekly Fruits Basket, the final discussion videos. Today we're here to talk all about episode 2. That's an unwavering truth, much like how Shigure breaks my heart. But anyway, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, set notifications to all, let all of AniTube know that you're here. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this one. Now, I am not going to start by talking about Shigure. I'm going to save that because I need to calm down a little bit. I'm recording this like immediately after seeing the episode. So yeah, I'm a little pissed. I'm a little bit mad. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I know people assume that when I say husbando, that I mean, like, they are mine and just mine, and I don't mean that. It's just the things that Shigure does. I know that they're going to be with different characters. I accept that. They're not real, you know what I mean? But it's just this, Shigure keeps, like, making me think he's husbando material, and then he does something that makes me second guess that. So congratulations, Hattori. You are once again best husbando in Fruba. Anyway, as you can see by the characters on screen, we're not talking about Shigure right now. I want to talk about Yuki and Machi Mouse. And yes, I didn't forget that I gave characters nicknames for Fruba. Yes, I remember Machi Mouse. Everybody, I think was like when I first gave her the nickname Machi Mouse, because I was like, I don't really have, like, it's not like a shorter name. It's just an easy, like, these nicknames aren't to be shorter. It's more just to be sort of like easier for me to remember the characters. So when I was like, Machi Mouse, Machi Mouse, because she was like, when we first meet her, she's like digging through files like a mouse, right? And so I was like, Machi Mouse, that's kind of cute. Like, it just sounded cute, and everyone's just like, first of all, yes, it's cute. Second of all, that nickname makes a lot of sense, and you'll see why. So I was like, okay, and now I get it, because, you know, she'd be thirsty for the mouse. And I'm okay with that because I absolutely adore Yuki and Machi. I will say, is it my favorite Yuki ship? No, because my favorite Yuki ship is still Yuki Haru, and I'm sure every time I say it makes me laugh. I'm sure the Rin Haru fans, oh my god, if you don't know why that makes me laugh, go watch Free. But I'm sure the Rin Haru fans might be a little bit annoyed with me for saying that that's my favorite ship, because it is my favorite for both characters. I like Haru with Yuki the most, and I like Yuki with Haru the most. I actually, like, I would sooner ship Rin with Tohru. Not that I dislike the Hatsuharu Rin relationship, because it is also sweet, and it's not to say that I dislike the Yuki Machi ship either, because that's also sweet. I would give those two ships, like, I would put them both in, I would put Yuki and Machi and Rin and Haru in, like, A tier. They are very good ships, and I'm going to get into why. I really like Yuki Machi. But, like, Yuki Haru just hits a little different. Like, I don't know, I just like Yuki Haru the best. Yuki, peace, peace. I always think of that. Yukimo, peace. I don't know why that always sticks out as, like, the Yuki Haru moment, but it's hilarious. But Yuki Machi is very good too, and I will accept this as, like, if this is canon, right? If this becomes canon, I am down, because I very much like this. Also, don't tell me if this becomes canon. I don't want to know. You guys know. Just asterisk laughs in manga. Asterisk, don't actually tell me what happens in the manga, because me and the anime onlys who I make these videos for, we don't want to know. So, you know, I make it for you manga fans too, but I only ask that you guys be respectful, you know? So, Yuki Machi, I love that our girl Machi Mouse spots the mouse, spots the rat, walking along, minding his own business. My sweet boy Yuki, just, you know, doing the rounds, doing patrols, you know, keeping an eye on the school, being a good president. Appreciate it. And she spots him and immediately makes, like, a beeline for him. But because he's on patrol, or as she calls it, wandering about aimlessly, and Yuki's like, please just say patrol, like, which is really cute. But she keeps trying to catch up to him, but she can't, because he keeps taking these weird routes to make sure that he's checking on all the different clubs. So Machi keeps, like, trying to catch up to him, but can't. So she spends, like, I think more than like 2/3 of the episode chasing Yuki. And by the time she finally catches up to him, the flower she made is all crumpled up and broken. Like, it's just, like, because they were making these paper flowers. And keep the paper flowers in mind, because I'm going to come back to that. You guys know I love me some design time, but I also love me some symbolism. Keep the flowers in mind. So, yeah, by the time Machi hands Yuki the flower, he doesn't even recognize it as a flower. To me, symbolizing some mixed signals. You know, like, Yuki's not sure what to make of Machi. We know Machi's like, how do I put this? A bit of a hot mess. Yuki's got a lot. Yuki and Machi both are actually hot messes the more I think about it. They're both sort of broken people. Mind you, most of the cast is broken people, which is sad now that I think about it. But like, Yuki and Machi do have a lot of baggage. You know, they have a lot of issues that they have in their past that they're trying to work through, and they're doing their best to move forward from. But I think the two have sort of found each other in that process, and I think they sort of resonate with each other in a way that no other character really has with Yuki outside of my boy Haru, and Tohru, of course, and Kyo to an extent. I do love the bro TP of Yuki Kyo. I don't think I've ever seen anybody ship Yuki Kyo, though. But yeah, Yuki Kyo, like, that's definitely like a bro TP in the making. I will note that they had a conversation with each other that didn't end with one of them insulting the other one, so I'm going to say progress. But I do think Yuki and Machi have like a super cute scene this week, and I just wanted to zero in on that. I thought it was really cute. I loved just Yuki being baffled and confused, and like Machi being flustered and sort of unsure of her feelings, and the crumpled up flower. The whole thing was cute. However, we want to talk about cute. You want to talk about flower symbolism. You want to talk about something adorable. Kyo Tohru. Where do I even begin? So Tohru spends this episode very much like in her head. You're in your head, boy. But in this case, you're in your head, Tohru. If I might quote God of War. You're in your head, Tohru. She's definitely unsure. We see, like, her hanging out with Momiji, and she's, you know, like, she feels like she can't tell Momiji things. Like, she's hanging out with Shigure. She feels like she can't really talk to Shigure about things. Hanging out with Kyo, and it's the same thing. But I think, for the most part, it's Kyo where she comes the closest, right, to saying what she wants to say. And you see it, like, her eyes do, like, the thing that Tohru does where it makes me sort of uncomfortable, right? Where, like, Tohru does this thing. I talked about it in the discussion video that I promise I'm going to get edited soon. It's just, it's a lot to edit. But I talked about it in that discussion video that will come out soon, where Tohru does kind of scare me sometimes. She does this thing where she'll sort of, like, stare off into space, and her eyes will sort of go, like, very misty, and it's like, it just gives me Higurashi vibes, and I'm like, oh no, Tohru, stop, you're scaring me, Tohru. And Tohru, like, because Tohru asks Kyo, like, if you knew about one of the Zodiacs who maybe broke the curse, like, what would you do with that information? And he's like, what? I don't even want to think about that, because, like, don't bring that up, right? And she sort of gives him the face, and he's like, what? No, I didn't mean it like that. Like, I didn't mean to be mean. But Tohru, like, you can see it. It's like killing her inside to not be able to just tell Kyo what she knows. And I feel like it's Kyo in particular that she wants to tell. But obviously she can't, right? She doesn't want to pry too much. That's who Tohru is. She doesn't want to, like, involve herself in their lives any more than she already has. Not because she's trying to be distant, but because she's trying to take care of them. She doesn't want to cause problems. She's always been the type to not want to start problems, you know? Like, it's just who Tohru is. And I get it, you know? Like, I understand. Like, we know who Tohru is based off the amount of time that we've spent with these characters. And we know how she operates and how she behaves, and it is relatable to an extent. I know what that's like, where it's like you want to say something, but you don't know if it's your place, you don't know if you should. I get it. And I think Tohru as a character is just struggling with her own feelings. Like, she doesn't want to get too involved, but or not so much that she doesn't want to get involved. It's more that she's not sure if she's going to hurt people by telling them what she's going to say. and like how that might affect Kyo, how that might affect Akito, how that might affect the Somas in general. It's this situation where she wants to, for herself, to tell Kyo, but like she feels like she can't. And it just sort of breaks your heart because you are watching the ship like struggle, because like you know that the Kyoru is life, you know what I mean? Like Kyo Tohru is life. But like it's one of the few times where what I assume this is a canon ship, right? And it's one of the few times a canon ship is like really good. Like, you guys know, we like our own ships around here. Like, we like the ships that are like the fanon, right? The fanon ships are just more fun. Kiribaku, I'm looking at you. But like, sometimes canon delivers, and like Takia Sensei delivers on the ships. Like, all the canon ships are bare minimum like B tier. Like, they're all good, and then there's like A tier and S tier. And like Kyoru is clearly like S tier. However, what kills me is the scene where Kyo gives her the flower. When I tell you my heart grew 3 sizes, like, when I tell you that I literally, like, I was like, don't know why, but you're dying to try, you wanna kiss the girl. Like, I was just screaming, like, kiss her! Kyo! Kiss her! God damn it! Like, just kiss already! Like, I feel like this whole show is just... I wonder how many times I have done that. Because I don't remember how many times in this show that I've done the, like Sebastian, like, strings, something. I don't remember what he says after that, and then, words, there you see her. I don't want to do the whole thing because I don't want to get a DMCA. But, like, yeah, like, just, I've constantly during this show just... don't know why, but you're dying to try. Just hurry up and kiss the girl, damn it. Like, I don't think that's how the words go, but that's how it goes in my heart. Because it's like, just kiss. Because, like, the scene where he gives her the flower. The fact that it's a white flower, right? And again, symbolism. The white flower, this is pure, unfiltered love. These two love each other. You can tell, right? Like, there's sparks, there's romance. It's beautiful. It's pure, innocent love, right? Like, this pure, innocent flower, it's a representation of love, right? Like, their love, Kyoru's love. And, like, the fact that, like, Kyo spends the whole episode, not the whole episode, but he spends the episode, like, complaining, like, I don't want to make any more flowers, like, I made my flowers, oh, and they stole them too, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not making any more. He does make another flower. He makes it for Tohru. Damn it, that's cute. That's so cute. But here's the thing, right? That's cute. And it's great. And I love it. It's great. However, there's 3 ships this week that we gotta talk about. You know how I opened this video. We gotta talk about the other thing. We gotta talk about Shigure and Akito. I have calmed down. I am not as incensed as I was at the beginning of this video. However, I'm still pissed. So in this episode, we learned a lot. We learned a lot about Shigure. We learned a lot about Akito. And I think the fact that the other 2 ships are given white flowers, although Yuki and Machi's is crumpled, but that's because Machi was like, you know, running around trying to find Yuki. So Yuki, Machi, they get a white flower. Tohru, Kyo, they get a white flower. Shigure and Akito, their flower's red. Now, this is twofold. I think the red flower, in terms of their love, is meant to be like, it's a lot more red, meaning a lot of things. Like desire, fiery, anger, right? There's like a lot of like blood, right? Like there's a lot of danger with this relationship. Shigure and Akito is very toxic. Like, this relationship is very, very toxic. Not to say that it's like, you know, like, it just, from where they are right now, it's very toxic right now. And I think it's part of the reason why I'm like, Shigure, you should be with me and not Akito. No, I think Shigure should just, I don't know, like I kind of would have liked Shigure to end up with his friggin' secretary or something over Akito. Although that would, you know, hurt the only other connection that friggin' Ritsu has in the show. I gotta edit that friggin' discussion video because I got thoughts on Ritsu. But Shigure, like, as a character with Akito, these two, like, are both, like, Akito's already toxic in and of herself, but, like, add in Shigure, who can be toxic, but is usually so, like, he's like a shithead, right? Don't get me wrong, but I've always felt like he is doing things for the sake of something pure. Now I'm like, no, Shigure is very selfish, so it's like two toxic people who are colliding and making something incredibly toxic. Even though I find both of them very interesting, and damn it, I can't help it, I still love Shigure. Even though I will say that Hattori is absolutely top of the husbando tier list now. But yeah, Shigure, I can't help it. I still love Shigure. Akito, I don't know if I'll ever forgive Akito for the things she's done. Ever. Like, even in this scene, like, she even says, like the Zodiacs are mine to do with as I please. Like, they're mine. I'm special. And I'm like, this is why nobody likes you. Like, this is why nobody likes you. And even I've seen, like, manga fans who have reread the series, like, 3 times, who have all been like, I still haven't really forgiven Akito. So you don't really have to. This isn't about forgiving Akito. It's about understanding Akito. Like, this season will be about understanding. So I feel like I'm getting to that point where it's like, you know what? I get it. Because Shigure does some shit to you that is awful. And I understand. Like, and Shigure does some stuff here that I'm like, bro, that sucks. Not to say that Akito didn't call it on at all, because, you know, Akito and Kureno is a thing, and I get why Shigure did. Again, it's also like, I understand why you did what you did, but you're both still stupid. Like, you both still made toxic, dumb decisions. But it's all within character. It makes sense, given what we know about these characters, why they would behave the way that they did. Because Takia Sensei's a genius. But yeah, the whole thing with Shigure and Akito, before I forget, when it comes to the flower, is, so the flower definitely meant to indicate a very toxic, fiery, angry, complicated relationship, as opposed to the more pure-hearted romances of Kyoru and Yuki Machi that we see this week. However, the flower is also reminiscent not only of the flowers in the flashback, but also the flowers that we see Akito with in Eden, the one Fruits Basket Edie that I adore to pieces. We see in Eden, Akito surrounded by the same red flowers that Shigure gives to her, both in the flashback, and the paper flower is reminiscent of that in the present day. So, this flower is very important to who Akito is as a character. And I have forgotten the symbolism of it, but the good folks over at Thought Bubble, Ali and John, do have a video that explain that in further detail. The connection of the flowers and the different Soma's connection to those flowers and what Akito's connection to this flower means. So, yeah, that's very key, very, very interesting. I appreciate that Shigure hands Akito the red flower. But you know what I don't appreciate Shigure doing, or Akito? I don't appreciate Akito keeping and sleeping with Kureno, probably causing intense mental damage to Kureno. I also don't appreciate Shigure not helping with Akito's mental baggage by sleeping with Ren and hating Kureno. Dog. Like that. I was like, bruh. Like in that, I've always been right here. I'm like, I've been right here. Like, I did my waiting in Azkaban. Like, I've been here. Like, I've been here, Shigure. What about me? What about my feelings, Takia Sensei? I don't want to see this. like, Shigure. I'm kidding, but I'm making myself laugh. Just the like, when he's like, I've always been right here. It's like, bruh, she just not that into you, dog. Like, I mean, we know she is, but like, I don't know. Like, I'm of so many different minds, because it's like, I've had friends do this where it's like, oh, well, they cheated on me, so of course I cheated on them. That doesn't make it better. that doesn't make it better. Like, I understand why you lashed out because you thought they were cheating on you, so you went and cheated on them. Doesn't make it better, and in fact, it makes it way worse, and it makes it even way worser when you do it with somebody who you know they hate. Straight people. Jesus. Right? Like, as an ace dude, y'all are weird. Y'all sexually active people are weird. I just can't. Like, the fact that I know Shigure banged Ren is going... that did mental scarring on me. And the fact that, like, Akito is banging Kureno, which we already knew, also just is, like, so not cool to Kureno on so many levels. And the fact that Shigure, like, hates Kureno, even though he knows that Kureno doesn't even want to be in this position, is so not cool. Like, but again, it all makes sense, and it's all within character, and it just makes me want to scream and shout and let it all out. I'm a mess. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna end this video. I need some rest. I need to rest. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to boop that up snoot, share if you care, leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, set notifications to all, let all of AnyTube know that you're here, and of course, before we go, as always, I want to give a big thank you to the good folks in the T Squadron. Look at these beautiful people. Look at all these beautiful names, and hey, if you would like to join these beautiful people, there are 2 ways to do so. The first is by clicking that Patreon link in the description. For just a single $1. You can see your name scrolling past the screen, and it helps me keep the lights on around here. I sincerely appreciate that. Or for just a little bit more, you can hit that join button, get yourself a badge next to your name, and some emotes to spam in the comments. Either way, you get to join the T Squadron, and it's a big help, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to the good folks in the T Squadron. That is it for me. I've had a crazy day. And I still gotta edit that fruits basket discussion with Flora Red and Thought Bubble, and yeah, I gotta get that done. Anyway, bye!